Today, we'll be showing you how to remove and replace your main control board on this GE front-load washing machine. Be sure to visit ApplianceVideo.com, where you will find thousands of repair videos on the latest technology. And for a limited time, you can save big on an annual membership and take advantage of all of our premium benefits. ApplianceVideo.com. Do it right the first time. Stop. Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for the proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. You will need the following tools to complete this repair. To begin, we must remove the user interface console. First, we're going to pull out your dispenser. Here you'll want to press down this little tab when you're sliding it out. Next, we have multiple Phillips screws in these holes. They'll have to be taken out in order to remove the console. Then of course, after you've taken your screws out, make sure your dispenser is pushed in. You will pull forward on the UI and move to the right side here. And underneath, we can see this is where it slides on, as well as two slotted areas where it slides on the actual console itself. There are two wires in here that'll need to be disconnected. First of all, you have your wire on the user interface portion. Take that one out. And this one on the back here has a strain reliever in it. You'll want to pinch that and pull it through. And as you can see, it's kind of pushed into this slotted area here. What you'll want to do is just pinch this cable, pull it out, and we can set your console to the side. Next, to remove the top off of it, we have a couple of Phillips screws in the front that'll need to be taken off. You will slide forward on the top, lift up, and set it to the side. Now that we have the top removed, we have clear access to our main control board over here. Some of the main reasons why you'd be replacing your control board could be if there's no power being sent down to your inverter, it may not be sending power to the display on the front, or maybe it's not draining. This controls a lot of different things, so make sure you refer to your tech manual to test certain portions out. Now, in order to take your control board off, there's a few things we'll need to do, starting with removing this top plate. It is held on by two Phillips screws. Once we have these taken off, slide the plate back like that. And this will give you access to your harnesses below. It'll also give you access to the two screws on top. Now, what I would do from here is just start to go through and remove some of your wiring. Most of these will have a pinch connection. Just pinch it and pull out. This one is a little stiffer, but once again, just pinch it and pull out. Now, when you are pulling out on your pressure tube here, be very careful. Pull straight out, do not twist it or anything. Just keep going around, taking them out. This one at the top doesn't give a whole lot of room, so I'm going to use a screwdriver to kind of push down on the strain reliever and pull out. Go down, remove as many wires from the strain reliever as you can. A couple of these are actually zip tied on here, so use something to cut that off. Your pressure tube is zip tied. Once again, we'll cut that off. The bottom is zip tied. Be very careful when cutting these so that you do not actually damage the wiring. We have a kind of a pop-in strain reliever here. Use a tack puller to pull it out. Looks like we almost have everything. Let's get these last two underneath. A little harder to reach, so what we'll do, just take the two screws off at the top. Just go ahead and slide this forward. Just kind of move the wiring behind it. That way we can see down here. There's this one. Pinch that one. And finally this last one here. Pull out on your control and set it to the side. When installing your new board, let's start with the end here and try to remember some of the ones that were a little bit more difficult to get off, because that means it would be more difficult to get on. So we'll start with the bottom ones. Just gently move this back down here. And if you want to, and start to put some of this other wiring back in. And they can only go in one place. This one's a little harder to get in because of the plastic. Just make sure we don't have anything left over before we put the pressure tube on. Let's slide it in place. Get it lined up so we can reinstall the screws. So we'll put the two on the top first. Let's put the wiring in any strain relievers you still have available. Now there are a couple essential zip ties I want to put back on. Your main harness here. And then I would like to go around the whole harness down here. We'll go through, go around. This will just help hold everything in place. I'm going to bring around this one and try to push that clip back in. Let's cut off the slack. Next, we will put on our pressure tube. And let's put one more zip tie on that pressure tube to hold it up against the side. Cut off the side. Put our plate back on. It'll drop in and slide forward. Reinstall our 2 Phillips screws. Now we can reinstall the top. When reinstalling your top, we will drop it in place. It has little arms that stick up. It can only go on one way. Once you get it in, slide it back. Now we can reinstall the 3 screws on the front. Now we can reinstall the console. When reinstalling your console, first we will bring it in, and the first thing we'll do is reinstall the cable here. Your pinch line will be facing inside on the console, so put one end in, bring it in until it snaps. You can reinstall your strain reliever, just push it into the hole, and we will reinstall the wiring harness for the user interface portion. Next, we are going to bring it in at an angle, slide it in. You'll feel it cannot pull out, and just kind of drop it in place here. I recommend moving up your dispenser, just drawing it in before you reinstall your screws. Now I am going to use my magnetic screwdriver for the ones that I can get in there, followed by the non-magnetic for the others. Now, these 2 in here are the ones that hold in the dispenser. So glide it in there and make sure you hold on to the dispenser inside while it's drawing it forward. We will reinstall the dispenser drawer. Start to put it in, press in on your button, push it the rest of the way, and this will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video from ApplianceVideo.com. If you found this video helpful, make sure you click the like and subscribe to our channel.